Alright. Sick. Okay, so was just working on the stream here, and it looks like we are good to go. We are live, ready to rock. I'll just double check. I want to make sure that the preview is good and everything is okay before I start doing everything here. Going into the leverage trading and looking at the graphs and seeing where things are at. The market has been just mental today, so I want to make sure everything is good to go. Testing. Right on. Okay. Oh, cool. Alright, so we did that. I think we are good to go. I'll just turn the audio off on this, make sure that this is good to go. Yep, looks good. Alright, okay, well, I think we are good to go here. Okay, so, anyways, now, let's just take a look at this market. This market is mental. And let's talk a little bit about leverage trading, okay? I'm just going to turn the volume down on this a little bit. Okay, so first off, what is leverage trading, right? Well, you can put up a certain amount of Bitcoin, and then you can times that by a certain amount, which the platform is essentially lending you, right? And then you can trade with that. Okay, so if I put up, say, 0.3 of a Bitcoin, I can times that by 50, right? And then I can trade with that amount of Bitcoin. And whatever I gain, I get a portion of those profits, and then the platform takes a percentage in fees because I borrowed some of their Bitcoin to do my trade, right? But if I lose, so if the price of Bitcoin goes down, depending if I'm shorting or if I'm buying long, I can lose my money to a liquidation price, okay? So now let's take a look at everything here, okay? So first off, I'm gonna buy $2,000 worth here, right? And I'm gonna set my price for 6,400 on BitMex here, right? Now I can sell and do a short, which basically means I'm betting that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down. If the price of Bitcoin does go down, then I make money, right? If the price of Bitcoin goes up, then I lose money, okay? So that's how this works. So if I do, like the cost on this is 0.0129 Bitcoin, right? If I were to do 3,000, it's 0.0194. If you guys look up here, I have a total of 0.0199 Bitcoin that I can trade with, okay? And what that equates to is just under half a Bitcoin worth, okay? That's what it is when I leverage at 25 times leverage, okay? I can go to 50 times or 100 times leverage, but the higher up I go with my leverage, the more risk there is of me losing my money because my liquidation price is closer to the price that I just started with. So as you can see, like, this market is just going nuts right now, right? Like, I could have bought at 6,400 and then I could have sold at 6,408, right? But I wouldn't have made much money just because of the fees that are associated. So the percentage fee for doing the leverage trading, right? And that's the thing. I'm just going to double check here and make sure that everything's okay. Peak concurrent, okay. We're not, okay, so I just want to make sure that there's no lag here on the stream quickly. It seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, it says bad, but I think it's all right. Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, so basically I can buy long or I can sell short. Now, if I buy long, I'm betting that the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. So if I bet at 6,400 and the price goes up, then I make money, right? But if the price of Bitcoin goes down, then I lose money, right? So we're working with about 0.02 of a Bitcoin today, and whatever profits I make, I'm going to donate to the charity here. So I'm going to be using the Carebit platform today, and I'm going to be donating to the volcano eruption in Guatemala. The survivors there, I'm going to be donating to them. So let's take a look here. Just gonna open up another window here. Sorry, guys. Just pulling it up. I want to make sure I get the yeah. So here on this page, I'm just going to attach it here. You can see, right? Guatemala Volcano fundraising appeal. Guatemala Fuego volcano erupted, affecting thousands of people and leaving 62 dead, according to the official death toll. The eruption also generated pyroclastic flows, fast-moving mixtures of very hot gas and volcanic matter, descending down the slopes, engulfing communities such as El Rodeo and San Miguel Los Lotes. So Carebit is going to be donating BTC to the cause here, and helping these guys out. So what I want to do is I want to donate some of my gains from, if I do get gains from leverage trading today, and I want to donate them to the Guatemala Volcano Fund, right? Because I think that would be, I think it's a pretty noble cause. So that's my plan of action here today. So anyways, let's get back into the leverage trading. So I'm going to close that out, make sure this is okay. So we're at 6,404, and I'm just going to move over to a graph here. Now, I want to show you guys exactly what I'm looking at. So this graph here is actually part of a script that that one of my friends made here. His name is Spectre. And so he's actually part of the Neutron team, and he went out of his way to make a script which essentially allows, well, helps you determine whether you should buy or sell, or when you should do these things. And it's been extremely helpful in the past for me, especially when leverage trading, because, you know, like, again, it just tells you right here, do you want to buy, you want to sell, you know, on all these things, and it makes it easier to work with. You can kind of see exactly what's going on and what you need to do and when you need to do it. And also when you see precursors, right? So like I've been leverage trading for a little while now, and there's certain things that I can identify, and I have a good idea of what's coming and what's going to happen next, right? So it increases my percentage chance of receiving gains rather than taking losses. Okay? So, you know, there's things like this. When I see this large dip here in the trading, immediately it drops off and then it comes back up immediately after. And what happens is these people with a lot of funds, these whales, right? They come in and they sell a ton of Bitcoin here, right? And then they have a purchase order for Bitcoin at the price that they think they're going to drop it down to, right? So if they say, okay, you know what, we're going to drop Bitcoin down to $6,425, right? Then they're going to have a buy order at $6,425, and they're going to buy it all back on the bottom. They're going to sell it at the top and then buy it all back at the bottom, and then have the price kind of level out, right? And they actually make money that way, especially if they are leverage trading, okay? And in which case a lot of these people are. and you can see it here. It's basically systematic, right? When we see the drop off, we see the pickup, which is about half, if not more, of the initial sell-off, right? So you guys can see it here. Like, I'm not making this up. The graph speaks for itself, right? Like, you see this increase, and then you see a sharp sell-off, right? Every time. Increase, sharp sell-off. Increase, sharp sell-off. Increase, sharp sell-off, right? And it has to be a large enough increase. Usually the small increases don't indicate large sell-offs, right? So in those cases, you really just kind of got to be lucky. But right now, we're at 6,360, and the last time we saw that low was way back here, right? Which was, yeah, on the 14th at 4 o'clock. So literally like 24 hours ago. So 24 hours ago, we saw this much of a sell-off. And then we saw this massive increase about an hour later. Okay, so this is interesting. And I mean, generally, when Bitcoin is this low, it really only goes up, because we're kind of at the bottom. So the last few days, what I've been seeing and what I've been studying is Bitcoin's been about 6,300, 6,400 on the very, very low, and then on the high you get about 6,800, but lately it's been about 6,600. Okay, so what that tells me is if I were to do a 25 times order at 6,413. And instead of doing 3,000, I'm going to do 2,000. If I were to buy in right now, chances are the price will increase, right? Based on my findings and based on the graph here. There's been a lot of sell-offs here, right? All of these, right? And now we're starting to shape up. We're starting to pick up. And we're not seeing a quick sell-off. They tried here, but they didn't have enough volume, and someone just scooped it up really fast. So what I think is we're going to level out for a bit here. We're not going to drop off. We're going to level out for a bit. And then we're going to see either one, a slow and steady increase, or we're going to see a sharp rise up to about 6,500. Okay? That's my plan. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to buy in at 6,417. I'm gonna buy long 25 times. So now I've created my position at $6,417, and I think the price is going to increase on Bitcoin. Okay, I think it's gonna go up to 6,500 over the next little while, but we will see, right? According to this depth chart, people think that Bitcoin is going to sell off. It's going to go low. They're trying to short Bitcoin. The majority of people are trying to short it right now. So we may not see that that nice increase that we're looking for. Someone just jumped in a live chat. Cool. Yeah, okay, so anyways, like I was saying, I think it's going to increase to about 6,500 over the next little while. It may be over the course of an hour, but we will see. We will see. Like I said, though, according to the depth chart, people think that the market is going to be going down, but I don't think so, not according to this graph, okay? Now, the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is you guys can have access to this tool here that I'm using on TradingView.com. Spectre he actually allowed me to use this tool through a trial period, which is pretty awesome. Thank you, Spectre, for allowing me to use this tool. It is really fantastic, and I do believe that he is leasing out the use of this tool for about $35 a month. So if you guys do want to use this this script and algorithm that he created, you can get in contact with me, and I can put you in contact with Spectre, and then you guys can work out payment and everything like that as far as that goes. Because again, like this tool is sweet. It definitely helps me out, and And I think it'll help you guys out too, because it really, if you can make one solid trade off of this, you can make that $35 monthly fee back, no problem, right? And so the other thing that I'm looking at here is the mark price, okay? So that's the current price on other exchanges. So it's $6,420, and I bought in at $6,417. So if the mark price keeps increasing, what's going to happen is the BitMex Bitcoin value is also going to keep increasing. So that's a little bit of a precursor indicating that the market is going to go up as well. And now, as you can see here, according to the depth chart, people have changed their minds for the most part. Like, you can see the buy long orders are actually increasing heavily versus the shorting orders, right? And so now we're seeing that increase, and the market is basically saying, hey, you know what? Bitcoin's going to be going up, right? That again is a solid precursor for us, and here is our heavy increase, $6,425. If we sold right now at $6,425, we would be making a profit off of this. Okay, so that's pretty solid, but that's not enough profit for me to be cashing out my position, because I think it's going to go up higher, right? I think we're going to see 6,450. Maybe even higher. I don't think we're gonna go to the sub 6,300 levels. So nice to see you guys in chat. But yeah, like I was saying, we're already seeing an increase in the position that we bought in at, which is really good. But now the depth chart is indicating that the market is going to go down. Now, I don't really hold a solid stance on the depth chart, because the market can go either way, and a lot of people like that are bidding it's all speculation, right? There's no way to really 100% know if the price is going to go up or if the price is going to go down. There's no solid way to know, but there are ways that you can have a better chance at making at placing a good order, right? So here's that increase that I was talking about earlier, right? I knew that we were going to see this because there has to be a sort of recovery after this sharp downfall, right? I'm just going to, you can see this sharp downfall. You know, generally, if that's the case, we're going to see an increase that is going to be directly in relation to that, and it's going to be something like this to level back out. Now, if we see that, fantastic. Do I think we're going to see that right now? Probably not. Again, I think it's going to happen over the course of an hour, and we're going to see a slow but steady increase, maybe about like that, right? And that's what I'm thinking, right? And again, I could be wrong. There's always room to be wrong here. So here we can see the market is going down, but what I've done to secure my position is I've done a 25 times leverage on my position so that my liquidation price is a lot lower, because we haven't seen Bitcoin at lower than 6,300 yet. So I'm pretty confident that we're not going to hit an all-time low. So I'm pretty confident in my position right now. I'm not like losing my shit, right? If you do a times 50 leverage, then yeah, you lose your shit a little bit, because basically at 6,350 you get liquidated, and what that means is any Bitcoin that you were bidding with on your orders is forfeit to the platform. The platform takes it, and that's some freaky shit. So I used to do times 50 leverage, and sometimes if I'm really confident, I do. Same thing with times 100 leverage. Like when I first started out, I did that like every now and again just to see. But the problem with times 100 leverage is the fee is so freaking high that you can't make any money unless Bitcoin changes in value by $100. You know, because again, the fee is just so high. So it makes it incredibly difficult. So here we go. So Bitcoin is actually going down quite a bit here. So 6,386, 84, 82, and dropping. And we have a mark price of 76. So it's dropping, right? And we placed our order at 6,417. So we're up there in comparison to this price. But again, when we see these sharp drops, we see a heavy increase as well. So look at this sharp drop, right? We're seeing it just like this here. And what's going to happen is, what I think is going to happen is they're going to hit a point where they're going to do their buyback, right? And this was it. See, there's their buyback back to 6,400. This is what I'm saying. It's so systematic, right? And yeah, I do. I'm totally rocking booster juice today. I didn't really eat much. I've been like crazy busy, right? And so I just like crack a booster juice, you know, get some pizza, and let's rock and roll, right? But yeah, no, you're right, Camille. Like it can be stressful, but like after you've done it more and more and more, you get confident in your positions. You're like, yeah, it's gonna decrease, but you know it's gonna come back up, right? Like I used to be like losing my shit. Like I'd be like, oh my god, what's happening? Oh, you know? Oh my god, I just lost $300, right? But I'm not like that anymore because, again, like I can look at the graphs and see kind of what's gonna happen next and kind of predict what the positions are gonna be. So I'm not really too worried. But again, Bitcoin can go anywhere, right? The way I look at it is this. If I lose my $200 while making this live stream, then, you know, whatever. At least I got to showcase the platform, how things work, and, you know, potentially raise funds for a noble cause, right? But if I do make money from doing the leverage trading, then I can literally donate that towards the platform. And whether that be $10, $100, half a Bitcoin, you know, every donation counts as far as I'm concerned. So when do I sleep? That's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? I'll tell you straight up. I worked the night shift, right? And I finished up at 2 p.m. and once I was done that, I helped my buddy move a bunch of stuff to his new house. And then I literally went and I got some stuff to drink just because I was so dehydrated. It's really hot here in Winnipeg. And so yeah. So I did that and then I came back, started up the stream. And then after this, I have an appointment that I got to catch. And then after that, that's when I'll get some sleep. So it's... yeah, it's brutal, but you know, that's how it goes. The way I see it, I'll catch up more so on the weekend, but yeah, hence the booster juice, right? It's like much needed. Yeah, so 6,389. So it is going pretty low. Now I don't think it's gonna go like I said too much lower. We're at the bottom here at 3,630, and you know, if you were holding a position at 6,330, right? If you were holding a position here, a shorting position, I think you would have a difficult time. Like I've held positions like this before, and I shit my pants because when you're down that low, odds are it doesn't decrease further than that, right? In some cases it does, of course, but odds are it doesn't really. We're basically at the bottom of this major increase here, right? This major increase on this side just blew up right to the top. Oh, it's getting laggy. My bad. I can pause the music and then see if that assists. Yeah, I do have a BitMex affiliate link. I believe it is in my Discord. I can pull that up right now as well. Copy that link address. There you guys go. So I think I can actually change the info settings here. There we go. And so I just added the BitMex referral link into the description of the video as well. So hopefully that assists. Let's just wait a second here. Okay, so that should be coming up in a second here. I'm just gonna ask these guys. Hopefully that assists with things a little bit. If you guys want, I also have the Discord link that is available. I'm just going to find that. Working again, right on. Awesome, thanks Camille. So, hold up here. I'm just going to post this in the info and settings as well. So if you guys want, you can join the Discord server. There we go. I'll save those changes in there as well. And that should come up in the video there as well, in the description. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So let's get back to it. So now we're at 6,396. So we're still at the top of 6,300, and I do think we're going to see the 6,400 levels again pretty soon. But you know, who knows, right? It may very well just stay in the 6,300 zone, but according to the statistics and the graph here, it doesn't really stay down there that long. Like we can see here, it's usually above that. And if we just take a look here, from here to here, so we can see it's probably approximately for about 10 hours at a time that it sits at this low of a period, 10 hours at a time. It doesn't really sit there for long, and I don't think it's gonna really sit there for 10 hours this time either. I think we're gonna see, like I said before, a flash increase here, and then we're gonna go back up. I don't think it's gonna go sub 6,300. But yeah. Basically, if we look at these graphs here, the neat thing about this is, as we all know, humans, we like naturally round numbers. We don't like random numbers, right? And my point of that is, if you guys look right here at this graph, okay, we can see. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here. We can see that when this user or users did this sell-off of their Bitcoin, you can see that by the time they reached the bottom, they only bought halfway back up. And then someone else, or another wave, another team, bought this second portion and then the third portion, right? Now, those could be smaller whales, but this was a big whale that did this sell-off. And what usually happens, typically, is they buy back about half of it back up. So they sell off their full amount, and then they purchase back half of it on the low, and then they'll sell it on the peak again, just like up here. So now you guys can tell me, but this green portion here looks pretty close to this portion here. And if they were to buy here, right here, and then sell right here, they'd be making a decent profit, right? And that's what looks like is going on here. So from 360 to 378, they moved Bitcoin by about $18, which is a sizable amount of money right there that they're dropping into this. But here we go. So now we're back at the 6,400 levels, like I was calling for before. And again, I think we're gonna see 6,450 pretty soon. I don't think it's gonna go too much lower, but anyways, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is you have options here when you place your orders. You have limit orders, you have market orders, and then you have your stop market. Now, when you place a limit order, right, you're setting your limit price, like when you want to buy, when you want to sell, and then your how much, right? And then whether you want to buy or short. Now, if we go back to the market here, this does it based on this value here. And now placing orders at market is good if you want to do things really quickly, then that's okay. But personally, in my experience, I hate using the market button because, one, if you buy or sell at market, if your order is the top order, like in this list, and what I mean by that is if you make your order right here for this amount because you want to sell it really quickly, there's actually a surcharge associated with that. If you use the second order, there is no surcharge, or the third order or whatever, right? Because you get charged a fee for listing it right at the top of the order book. And that's why I don't like doing that. But also, the price fluctuates so much, right? That if you thought you were gonna do it at market at 6,404, by the time you do it, if the market experiences a flash crash, then you could be buying in at 6,350 instead of 6,404, right? And if you're doing a sell order, right, you're trying to short Bitcoin, that can like screw you up so bad. So that's where things get pretty freaky. You know, you don't want to be in that position, and again, that's why I like the limit orders here, because you're setting it, right? The values aren't changing, and if the market goes up or down, it doesn't matter because it's going to be based on your order. So if you're placing like a sell order at 6,400 and you think you're going to short it, right? Then that's what you're getting. Like there's no room for error really there. You're getting exactly what you want. So that's pretty good as far as things go. So I really prefer doing that. And then on top of that, there's no surcharge for being at the top of the order book because you're placing your order where you want in the order book, right? You're not allowing the platform to put it in the order book based on the market price. So I do prefer that personally. So let's just take a look here. Yeah, so again, like we're sitting around these levels, like even after these major sell-offs, it doesn't matter. The recovery is so quick, right? Because people don't want Bitcoin at these 6,300 levels. Again, people like round numbers, right? When we see the sell-offs and the comebacks, it's like $6,392 is like our halfway point where things start to pick up and recover big time, right? Back up to the 6,400 levels. See, we just saw that heavy increase right there to 6,415, and like this time, I don't think it's gonna sell off at 6,422. I think it's higher than that this time, and now we're back at our original order price, right? Where we bought in at 6,417. And we're already going beyond that level once again. So is it going to sell off again? I don't think so. I think we're going to pass this point because, again, people don't want Bitcoin at this 6,300 level. And again, the graph is really showing that. Scroll out here. There, that's better. So yeah, like you can see it right here in the graph, right? It doesn't really sit around 6,300 too much. It's a really low area. So anyways, I think we're gonna keep seeing a bit of a gain here. But let's keep an eye on it and see where things go. If now, like, where, like, what a good question is like, where would I cash out this position, right? Like, at what point do I feel that it's feasible? Well, that depends on you, and I mean, you can determine that by looking at the graph and be like, okay, if I see an increase up to here, 6,480, then I'm going to cash out. Now, personally, I would cash out at 6,480, no problem, right? Because that's a pretty safe area for me. And if it goes up further, it doesn't matter because at least I locked in my profits, right? But yeah, like, in the intermediate position, I would probably pull out 6,430. At that point, I would probably close my position, and that's what, like $13 above my entry price. So a good rule of thumb, I'm gonna say, like, and what I use for myself, right, is about $15. Like, I like to see at least a $15 increase on my position. That way I know that I'm locking in some profits and I'm still covering the fees that are associated with my leveraged position. Okay, and that's the way I feel about it, really. I'm pretty comfortable with that, and like I said, I don't think it's gonna be sticking around like this for too long. Question: I'm in the adult entertainment biz. Should I stop and invest in Bitcoin? I make around $2,000 a day. Thanks, Peter North. That's a good question. I'm just gonna switch back over to the graph here. Okay. Should I stop and invest in Bitcoin? I make around $2,000 a day. Now, you know what I think? I don't think that you should stop your primary. Okay, right on. Yeah, I don't think you should stop your primary source of income. Now, like, some of the richest people in the world, what they say is, like, their rule of thumb is have at least 3 or 4 different areas, different streams of income, right? So different areas of expertise that you can pull income from, right? And so that's what I've been doing, and it's been working really well. And the reason why they do this is because if one stream of income drops off for whatever reason, at least they're still making income from their other 3 sources or their other 2 sources, right? So it always keeps you on the up and up. Now, what I would do if I were you, again, no financial advice given, this is just my personal opinion. What I would do if I were you is I would still stay in the adult entertainment biz, right? If that's your primary source of income, and then I would invest a portion of my income into Bitcoin, right? And just work it like an investment, because investing in Bitcoin is a lot there's a lot more potential with that than putting into like a high interest savings account or a TFSA or anything like that. Those are all different investment vehicles, and their percentages of increase on investment are a lot lower than what you can see with something like Bitcoin, right? Like I've done some trading before, and I've made 100% to 200% in a day on Bitcoin as an investment vehicle, right? Whereas if I were to do my high interest savings account, I'd be making 2% a year or whatever that may be, right? And as far as I'm concerned, inflation on your regular goods and services in the economy is about 2 to 4% a year. So you're not really making any money by saving it that way. So that's what I would do if I were you. I would invest a portion every paycheck, just put it aside, and then just buy some Bitcoin, right? Or other cryptocurrencies, and just hold on to it, because you will see the gains in the future if you pay attention, right? Definitely. But if you buy things and then you just let them sit and you forget about them, then you may miss out on those potential gains, right? And that kind of brings me back to leverage trading, because if you purchase a position here, right, you don't want to leave with your position up, right? Oh, yeah. Wow, I believe the economy will get better. Just my opinion. You are the best. Yeah, thanks, man. Well, I hope I offered you some pretty solid information there, and hopefully it helps you out in regards to whether you should invest in Bitcoin or not, right? But yeah, if you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'm here to help, right? And like I said, I love you guys. So, anyways, let's dive back in here. So now we can see the price is moving up again to 6,416. We're getting closer to our entry price, which is really good, and the market seems to think so as well. So we're seeing our buy orders in the depth chart. They're starting to increase, and people think that it is going to increase as well. But right now it's kind of like we're kind of neck and neck at this point. Nobody really can say for certain whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. So we're kind of in a funny spot right now, right? Is the market going to go up? Is it going to drop off? Nobody has any clue at this point. So let's just increase this so we can kind of zoom in on what is going on with the market. So we're kind of just recovering from this major sell-off here, and we're getting back to our $6,422 point. And again, we can see the stair effect, right? Which is really good, because that means that we're going to see that steady increase, which goes back to our portion here, right? We could see something like that stair effect come back into play here. So I'm just going to delete this line. But, it's hard to say. This market can go fucking anywhere. It can drop right back to this sell position. Bitcoin is such a crazy investment vehicle. So, but that's what kind of makes it exciting. It makes it exciting for me, anyways, to see this. And to really be a part of it, because if if I was born at any other time, I'd be missing out on this. Have you tried OK Coin's marginal trading, which is 10 to 20 times? For LOL Plus, no, I have not. Very honestly, I have not. BitMex was the first platform that I have ever tried leverage trading on, and it's been pretty solid. Like I've been pretty happy with the platform, the way it works. It's easy to understand. If you're new to leverage trading, it can take a little bit to pick up, but it's been pretty good. But no, I haven't. I have not tried that platform before. But maybe it's something that I should look into. Is that a platform that you'd be interested in seeing, or that you've worked with in the past? LOL Plus? I'll wait for your reply because I know that there is a bit of a lag between the stream content and the super chat. 6,413. Yeah, see this? It's just bouncing back and forth here between 6,417 and I'm gonna say 6,403, but we'll see. This is interesting. You know what? I would really. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got your reply. I see. Thanks. Yes, I was on there for a while. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you liked it, I mean, if you had some bad experiences, you know, I'm sure we like to hear about them. Or if you had some positive experiences with that platform, then maybe that is the route for some other users. Maybe it's easier to use than BitMex. The nice thing that I like about BitMex is that when you do deposit Bitcoin to it, you only need one confirmation before you can already trade with that Bitcoin, whereas some other platforms can take 2, 3, or 4 confirmations, right? So I do like the fact that it is a one confirmation system. It's quicker to work with, and you can get into your trading pretty quickly. So I've been a fan of that, but I can't really say from experience from trying out other platforms because I've only tried BitMex, right? So there could be way better platforms out there that I don't know about. So I'd have to try them out. But I do like the fact that you can go 50 times leverage or 100 times leverage here. That extra flexibility, if you're pretty confident in a position, then that can be a really fancy tool for you to gain some extra income, right? Or gain some extra revenue, I should say, from doing your trading here. So, but you have to be pretty, really, really confident in your if you set this up to 100 times, because man, your liquidation price is so freaking close. Like if I set my position up to 100 times, the liquidation price is 6,375. Like that's scary as balls, you know, because this price could flash crash $50 in a second. And I've experienced that before, so that's what's really freaky deaky about it, right? I've had that happen to me in the past, and you know, like I get an email and it says, oh, your Bitcoin has been liquidated due to the price drop increase, and it's usually like $1 below. So if I had a sell order at 6,400 and my liquidation price was 6,375, the price of Bitcoin, and this happened to me twice, right? The price of Bitcoin would go down to like 6,374, and then it would liquidate, and that would be it. And then the price would go all the way up to 6,450. That's the worst. And I sincerely hope that if you guys do try this platform out, that you don't experience that. But just from experience, from me doing leverage trading and stuff like that, if you guys do want to give it a shot, just try a 1 times leverage or 2 times leverage, right? And don't put a lot of Bitcoin in there. Like, play with $50 at a time, right? Don't throw a Bitcoin on there, because if you don't know what you're doing, you'll lose it like that, and your money will just be gone. So it's freaky deaky shit when it comes down to that. So I don't want you guys to experience those losses. So just play it smart, and if you do plan to try this out, then yeah, play with a little bit of dough, not a lot. So look at this big sell-off here, right? They're keeping it around this support level here at 6,395. So let's see. Okay, I think OKCoin takes 2 to 3 confirmations. I feel the leverage market of OKCoin moves very quickly. Yeah, you know, I think it's just in general with leverage trading, the market can move so fast. I've seen the price of Bitcoin change by $200 or $300 in less than a minute, and that's crazy, because if you leverage traded a 1 Bitcoin at 50 times, that's 50 Bitcoin you're trading with. And if you had if you were buying long and the price went up $200, your gains would be like, you'd be gaining back like 8 Bitcoin or something from that trade, you know? And that can change your life, right? So that's the power of this leverage trading, right? But you can also very quickly, and it's actually more likely to happen, that you lose that 1 Bitcoin by making your trade, right? So that's the freaky deaky part. So yeah, so you definitely have to, yeah, I would say it's just like anything, you know, you got to practice it. And the thing is if while you're practicing this, if you're not learning while you're doing this, then you're just going to repeat the failures that you had in the past, right? And now, like, the whole like definition and I guess point of experience is that you've went through the times of failure and you've learned from them, hopefully. You know, and that's what experience is all about, right? That's why employers look for experience, because you've done the troubleshooting, you've been through the failures, and you understand what it takes to succeed in those cases of failure, right? Whereas other people may not, you know, newer people to the field. So it's exactly like Camille says here. You level up, right? You got to level up to do this kind of shit. And the more comfortable you get with the platform, you know, you can try to trade, you know, a little bit more here and there, as you become more comfortable. Okay, guys. So that's what I think personally. But yeah, it looks like we're kind of hanging around the 6,400 range here. It's not really seeing a heavy increase. But here's the thing, okay? Now I already see, like, I already have a precursor of events here that I think is signaling a heavy increase. So when you see this this regular flat market, right, you can make short gains on this market if you trade and sell, right? But when you see a market like this dropping off periodically, just like stairs, right, naturally, just boom, 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 boom. When you see that, that's signaling, in my experience, for a heavy increase, right? Because as we see this sell-off, what's gonna happen, what I've seen in the past, is we see a buyback range to this level, right? And that's why I have my line, my indicator, like that, because I think it's gonna come back up to this level. And now that could happen very quickly. It could go directly upwards. And generally what happens when we see that heavy increase, it goes beyond the flat level point of play. So usually we'd probably see an increase like that when these guys want to buy back in. And again, the reason why I say that is because they're going to pick it up at the bottom, right? The big whales are going to pick up Bitcoin right at the bottom. They're going to jump up high, and then they're going to drop off. I wonder how many of these trades are conducted by bot software algorithms. Probably a lot. I'm gonna say probably the majority of them, because again, it comes down to these whales, and they have technical analysts on the scene that are looking at the market and looking at the precursors and figuring out when they should buy, when they should sell. Right, and yeah, so there's always bots in these markets, constantly trying to, you know, make a profit. But you know, my thing is, if they catch a flash crash or a flash increase, and they're on the wrong side of the market, you know, they're losing whatever they put up to the table. And personally, with a market as ridiculous as this, there's our flash, a little bit of our flash increase there. When you're dealing with a market like this, that's freaky deaky shit, right? Because if you put up, like, you know, 3 Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin, 20 Bitcoin, whatever the kind of money that these guys have, right? You could lose it like that, and the bot isn't gonna save your ass, you know. The platform doesn't give a fuck. It's gonna fuck you up. But if you have the connections for it, you would cancel your bot trading and then you would do your manual trading at that point. But you know, again, this all comes down to having a lot of money. So, anyways, could be a lot. I've heard even Cryptopia has bots. Yeah, totally, man. Kraken as well, and Quadriga CX. Yeah, Kraken and Quadriga CX have a lot of that shit. Bots like just crazy, you know. You kind of have to short the market a little bit if you're going to make any real moves, because the bots will always push you up in price on your trades. But just one sec, guys. I'm going to get a drink, and I will be right back because my booster juice is empty. Alright, so, alright, I'm back. Is your ping too high? It may be. It's hard to say. Like, I have a lot of stuff running in this house. Like, I got, like, a lot of miners and stuff like that, so they could probably be chewing up bandwidth if there is lag, so I apologize if you guys are experiencing lag. I will review the stream in the future as well, because I want to see how this is going. I just recently upgraded my internet speed as well, because I want the quality of the stream to be decent, right? And I also want to interact with you guys more, because I like doing live streams, but I have to have the bandwidth in order to do that, right? Otherwise, it's just not functional. So. But yeah. Yeah, so it's good stuff. So again, we're getting around to our price range here, and people are thinking that it's gonna sell off. Now the question is, we have two positions that we can play here. So one, we can bet, right? We can bet that the market is gonna see that heavy increase that we are planning on, just like in our triangle portion that we have situated here. We can bet that the market is going to go up like this, and we're going to see a flash increase, right? Which is ideal. Or what we can do is we can sell our position and lose a little bit of our Bitcoin, like a very small portion. Like, I'm talking probably about $5 to $6 worth of our Bitcoin. And then we can open up another position if we think that the market is going to flatline like this for the next little while. And what I mean by flatline is not see too much activity. It's just going to stay within these ranges. Now, again, my position on this is I don't think the market is going to be chilling at these levels. I think we're going to see that heavy increase. So my position on this one is to hodl. I'm gonna hodl my order here, and just let it go. But if you like I'm more of a conservative trader. I'm not a bullish trader, right? I don't need to cancel my orders and make orders, and I don't give into FOMO or anything like that when I'm doing this leverage trading. Now, one of the tips that I can give you guys if when you're doing this leverage trading is don't tie your emotions into this, because as soon as you tie your emotions into your leverage trading, you know, you're gonna lose. Like, you will lose your money. There is the odd chance that you will see an increase, but otherwise you will lose your money, right? And that's the shit thing. When I started out leverage trading, I lost oh god, I gotta say probably about $1,000 because I gave into that, right? Like, I would see the price decrease by $50 and I'd be like, oh my god, sell now, right? And the thing is, the reality is that if you don't see these trends like that I've been talking about for like the last, I don't know, half an hour or so, you're going to make those mistakes, right? Camille, exactly what Camille said. Patience is key. That is 100% correct here. You know, it's just like people say, good things come to those who wait, right? And that's what it is all about. This is a waiting game. You know, don't put your whole, like, everything that you have on the line here, right? And you know, it's just only play with what you can afford to lose, right? And that's what people have been saying about Bitcoin for the longest time is, you know, only invest what you can if you're okay to lose it, right? So just like the example before, if you make $2,000 a day and you can afford to put in $200 a day, then play with that. If you lose it, who cares? You know, you can still afford all of your regular needs. You're okay, right? But if you're putting your whole $2,000 in and then you end up losing it and you can't pay your bills, well, that's some freaky deaky shit, right? So we definitely don't want to see that happen to you. So yeah, just play with what you got, or like what you're willing to lose, you know? In this case, I'm okay to lose $200, right? Like, I'm not sweating if the market flash crashed to 6,200, and then I lost my money. I wouldn't be, you know, sweating bricks, right? I'd just be like, I can't believe that happened, you know, like, holy fuck, like. But like I said before, the odds of that happening are really slim, according to the graph, according to the past, and everything like that. So I'm pretty confident in where I'm at right now. I'm buying long 6,417, and I think we're going to see these flatline levels at 6,550. And if I get that increase from 6,417 to 6,550, that's a hefty increase in my investment on my position. So that would be fantastic to see if we do get there. Now, for anybody that is new tuning in, I want you guys to know that this tool that I'm using here is actually one of my friends wrote this script and algorithm for this tool here. And you can have access to this tool. I'm using it as part of a trial period right now, and a little bit of a promotional offer. If you guys want access to this tool and you'd like to try it out for a month, it is $35 a month. And if you contact me, I can get you access to this privatized tool, and you can use it either for leverage trading or anything like that, whatever your bidding is, really. But it's super helpful. So anyways, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so we're kind of seeing, like, over the last little bit, we're seeing our major increases to about $6,420, and then dropping low to about 6,389. And it's not really changing in between those levels. So what that tells me is there's not major market manipulation at this point. And what I mean by major is we're not seeing things like this so far, right? From 6,539 down to 6,425, right? That is major market manipulation. That is fucked. If you see that happening and you have a position in here, pull it out, take your profits, and don't fucking play games. Okay? I've been caught in a position like this before, and you can lose all of your money in a snap of your fingers, right? And that's some freaky deaky shit. So pull out, take your profits, and get out of there, because when you see this, that's a precursor for another either one major drop or a pullback increase, right? And it depends. Like, usually it's a pullback increase, like 8 times or 7 times out of 10 you get a pullback increase and you don't get another flash drop. But this just happened to be a double flash drop, and that's some freaky deaky shit. So hopefully people are having sell orders around this portion, and they're trying to short it, because at that point you've been doing pretty good. But now I want to talk about another portion of trading. So like I was saying, if you're a bullish trader, you can get in on this zone of trading, right? And when you're in this zone, you can buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, and do this all day. You can be hyperactive with your trading, right? But now here's the thing: if you have a buy order here because you think it's gonna go back up to these levels, right? And they do a flash sell, whatever you were trading is gone. Like, it's liquidated, it's out, you know. So you have to. Just like a first-person shooter game, you need to act quick and you need to cancel your order before this gets out of hand, okay? This would have been your only period to save yourself, and if you tried to cancel your order and get out because you knew it was going to flash crash, you would basically lose the majority of the profits that you gained from doing all this hyperactive trading, right? If you were doing that. So that's what I mean. Like, this if you were doing exactly what I said, doing all of this hyperactive trading and then losing at this portion, you basically wasted your time. Well, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is you gained experience, right? I guess that's the best way to put it. You gained experience, which is good, but you know, you basically sat there for that amount of time and didn't gain much. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, at this point, like, we're above our entry price again a little bit, but not enough. I'm really hoping that we see a flash increase soon, because it is so low. But the reality is we may not see that flash increase for a few hours yet. So that would be the unfortunate part. The other thing that I will suggest to you guys, if you do try out this leverage trading and you give it a whirl, is don't leave an order alone, right? And what I mean by that is, don't create an order and, disappear. Like, even going out for coffee, just like, oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee and I'll be right back. In the time that you leave to go get that coffee, the market could spike, could flash crash, and then you're out. Your order's liquidated. You get an email and basically, you're done. You're toast. So that's freaky deaky. Okay. You see how BitMex is flashing like a motherfucker right now? So when you see heavy flashing on the buy orders and the sell orders in the order book, and also the recent trades, that means that generally the market is being manipulated, and there's going to be a flash increase or a flash decrease depending on if you see a heavy amount of flashing green or a heavy amount of flashing red. And it can happen in seconds. Like, we could see, instead of 6,417, we could see 6,450 in the matter of 5 or 6 seconds. so that's the thing with these flash increases. We got to be on top of it, and that's what I mean. If you go for coffee and you come back, your order could be liquidated. Like, it could all be gone. So you gotta be on top of it. You gotta be available. That's what I think. What's going on in the troll box here? Oh. I called it 6 hours ago, but I'll stick to 6K tonight. How do you know? Chart reading. Just watch. This guy thinks that it's going to go down to 6,000. This guy's fucking crazy. I don't fucking think so. Chart reading. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Like, I mean, if you're really good at chart reading, you can figure out pretty well what's up. But again, Bitcoin can go either way. Over the past while, we haven't seen anything like that. So we haven't seen sub 6,000 levels in God knows when. Like, Jesus. The lowest we saw here was 6,300. What about down here? What did we see? 6,200. Oh, here's our lowest order, 6,096. So even then, that's not 6,000. And that was the lowest flash crash that we saw. Was down there, and that was a heavy flash crash. Wow, it was really heavy. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that for a while here yet. So I think we're well past that point. But he says he was chart reading. Who knows? See, I've had this before in the past where I'll liquidate my I'll cancel my position. I'll close it out right now, and then the market will flash increase, and I'll miss it, and I'll just lose my shit a little bit because I could have made a good amount of Bitcoin. But because I got impatient and I canceled my order, I missed out on that opportunity. So now I'm really patient. Now I'm really patient with things. But I do want to make more trades so you guys can see what's going on. But at the same time, I do want to I don't want to lose my money and not donate to charity, because I actually do want to donate all my profits to charity. But I need to make profits first, right? And so far, the market isn't entirely in my favor, but it isn't entirely against it either. So we're kind of in the middle point right now. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of resistance around this point here. Like, this is our support, but also our resistance portion. But generally, this doesn't last for too long. These flat periods don't really last for that long before you see this. Like, here's my reasoning. Okay, guys? So you know what's up. Here's my reasoning, okay? You see this flash crash right here? Going all the way down to here, and then returning back up on a flash increase. Well, here's the thing. When you see that, you get one really good flash increase out of it, right? Like this one here. And then you see the sell-off right back down to those bottom points. Now, my thing is, if I see this flash increase, I'm selling that shit. I'm closing off. I don't play games. If you miss out on this portion, that sucks to be you, man. You should have been ready for it. And again, I've missed out on this opportunity before, and then I got screwed because of this. But if you're patient enough, it comes back. If you're, but yeah, like, that's just freaky, man. anyways, let's get back to what's going on here and move our position. Yeah, so we're at our middle point still, you know, 6,417, and now I think we're gonna see that stair effect, right? It's gonna slowly increase upwards like this, just like the graph here with the line that I drew. We're gonna see that stair effect. It's slowly just gonna increase upwards like that. Very similar to some behavior that we've seen in the past. Just like this, you have this stair effect here, and then you know, it drops down and it comes back up, and then it drops down, and then it kind of levels out over time, and then it slowly decreases, right? Because whatever goes up must come down. But it's the same thing, whatever in this market anyways, whatever goes down also must come back up, so, which is generally the case. So now again, we're seeing some market manipulation here by the hyperactive trading here. So 6,410, 408, and we're probably going to go to those 300 levels again. 405, probably 6,390 or so. But I'm just, I'm getting ready for that flash increase. I really am. I really am. $6,404. I'm glad I was able to initiate the stream today. I'm really happy that that I was able to, and now I can do this more so in the future, especially after upgrading my internet speed, because yeah, there's definitely less lag than if I were to do it before. If I were to do this beforehand on my internet speed before, it would have been really rough. Probably would have seen quite a bit more lag in any case. I don't want to get caught on the wrong side of that flash increase. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. If this does go to the 6,417 point again, I think I'll cash out my order. I'll close it. And then I'll buy back my order at probably 6,400 if I can. And then I'll sit on that, I think, because that's a better sitting point for me. I just hope that we don't see that flash increase at that point in time. If we do, then this will be a freaking ridiculous day. This will be ridiculous. Just be like, oh my god. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the platform, about cryptos, mining rigs, wallets, masternodes, anything like that, let me know. Just pop a comment in the live chat, and I will answer that during the stream as well. Oh, what is going on here? What are they doing? Yeah, there's massive buy orders right now. People are buying out orders and positions pretty quick here. This is where we're at now. This is a pretty good position for us to be in with our buy order, because we're pretty much at the bottom of the graph here, right? We're right here. This is a really solid position to have a buy long position. I mean, it would be better if I was at 6,345, but even so, 6,417 is not bad. That's not a bad position to be in. because I think we'll see that increase back up to these levels, hopefully. People seem to think that it's going to keep selling off. Dude, can I do like smiley faces in here? Oh, that's mint. That is mint. I don't even know what that thing is. What the fuck is this thing? Nice. Right on. That's sweet. Okay. 6,406. Yeah, see? I've had this happen before, and just like Camille said there, patience is key, right? If you wait it out, then you can actually do pretty well for yourself. But it's when you, it's when you're not. It's when you're not patient that you can lose it all in a fraction of a second, right? I'm pretty happy with my order still. I'm not losing confidence or comfortability at all. So let's take a look at more so at this Carebit platform. So the Carebit platform, you can actually set up masternodes and stuff like that with Carebit, and when you do that, you of course receive rewards for the collateral that you have on the network, right? Now, just a heads up, I do have a Carebit masternode myself, and again, I'm just pretty happy with the platform and their goals and their updates on Discord and everything like that. I'm pretty happy with it. I like the fact that it's, you know, they do non-profit fundraising and charity. I'm a real fan of that, so I don't mind supporting the platform or the charities that it's doing the 100% donation policy. Like, look at that. An independent charity with blockchain transparency, project fund tracking, see what's happening with your donations. Like, I like that. I like to see that, right? I'm all about that transparency. So yeah, I'm a pretty solid fan of this. And if you guys are looking to get on this, they do have several exchanges here: GraviX, CryptoBridge, South Exchange, CryptoDash, Codex, and stuff like that. So you guys can definitely check that out. This is what we're donating towards today with our profits, if we do get profits. The Guatemala Volcano fundraising appeal. This is what we're donating to. So the volcano eruption actually left 62 people dead, according to the official death toll. Yeah, it's pretty devastating, and I actually have a picture of that on the YouTube portion here. If we go to the live control room, so the health, yeah, you can see the picture here. In the thumbnail, you can see some of the major shit that happened. Everything looks white. It almost looks like it's snow, but that's all of the slag and everything that was left from the volcanic eruption, which is pretty devastating because it literally changed the entire landscape and turned it to shit, you know, which is some pretty freaky deaky stuff. So I definitely don't mind donating towards that cause if we do generate some profit here today. Jesus, Murphy. Now people are starting to buy long. They think things are going to go back in price after this spike of buy orders. People are closing their buy order positions out, and they're starting up their sell positions here. Dating what? Yeah. I don't know about that, man. I gotta remove that. Sorry, buddy. That's pretty rough. Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry, man. I got a no fucking way. How about that? We got a policy on this right here. Whoops. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, we can't have that. That's certainly not PG shit. Sorry, dude. Nope. That is not cutting it here, man. 6,400. Man, we're seeing that sell-off again, guys. Here we go. Look at this drop. Maybe we'll get down to these support levels again, 6,394. Or maybe we'll sink below that. We'll see. Yeah, there's that 6,394. How do I call it? How do you call those numbers? You know what I mean? Again, it comes down to the graph, guys. Look at this level of support, literally 6,394, because we have that line of support here, right here, guys, right? And we see it here as well. When you see that occurrence here, chances are you're going to see that a third time. That is a heavy level of resistance for us here today. And again, we like to see that because we are 6,417 with our entry price on our buy long order. So that means we're pretty confident that it's not going to go below that. But it always certainly could, right? Because we are trading Bitcoin. But it does offer me a little more confidence in my position. So, anyways. Will it stay like this? I don't know. But I will say, if it does go up to 6,417, I will probably pull my position out and then just get back in there afterwards, because I think I can buy in my order like a little lower, my buy long position. I think I can get in a little earlier on this. Yeah, how do you like, that's not that's not coincidence, you know what I mean? Like that's strategic. That's strategic that it drops to these levels and then it increases to these levels and then back down. That's not coincidence. Like, there's a reason why it's not going beneath this value. Like, and you guys can see it. You guys can see it just as well as I can with the graph here, right? You guys can see it. So we got here, this level of support, this level of support. And that seems to be enough to hold it, for it to not really drop below. Alright. The other interesting thing here is that if you are holding a position, depending on the position that you're holding and depending which time you jump in, you actually get a funding rebate. So in this case, we'd get 0.0002 Bitcoin for just holding our position. Now we're starting to see a flash crash in the sub 6,300 levels here. But it's not a major flash crash, that's for sure. Because we're seeing the buyback again pretty quick. They came back with the buy orders pretty quick on this one. I don't know if it's going to stay at these levels or it's just going to keep dropping or what. But we'll find out pretty quickly. 6,391, 90, and going into the 80 levels here. So we just dropped below that level of support, and now we're probably going to go to the lows of 6,382, maybe lower, but chances are that it's going to increase, and that's why these buy orders are higher than these sell orders, because the market also believes that, the majority of consumers with the orders, they do believe that the market will increase in price rather than sell off and short it. So they do think that it's going to increase, and sure enough, it is, right? It's not too often that these bots are majorly wrong that use the leverage trading platform. They do a pretty decent job, that's for sure. In leverage trading, they don't do bad at all. $6,397. We are a little bit lower than our 6,417 that we initially started with. That is for sure on our entry. But generally, when it gets down to these levels here, that's when we see that nice buyback, right? And hopefully that stair effect that we've been hoping for up here. Hopefully we do see that. But we will find out. As if that troll jumped onto this stream. Like, what the fuck was that shit? Oh, man. What was that? Ugh. It is so hot up here in this room. It is so... Especially when you're doing this trading and you're sweating, right? Like, you're getting like, oh my god. Oh my god. That'll do that to you. That will do that to you for sure. 6,397. Fuck. Oh. We need that flash increase, ladies and gentlemen. We need that flash increase. Let's go. Now we're back to that 6,400 level pretty much. 6,397 pretty much. Right up there. Everything else, yeah, I mean 3% down on Bitcoin. Everything else is kind of, I guess EOS scale is kind of the same with Bitcoin, eh? Pretty damn close. 2.43%. It dropped a little bit less than Bitcoin dropped, but so it's not directly affected, but it did certainly see quite the decrease here. That's for sure. But again, I think that'll correct itself along with other things here. Ethereum 2.48%. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. Let's hope for that flash increase. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need the 6,450 levels. We get that, we send off some donations. We're sending off to Guatemala. Okay, guys? To Guatemala. Come on. Charity leverage trading. This is what we need. And people are thinking, right? Like, people are buying long here. Now we're seeing some heavy market movement. come on. Basically 6,400. Okay, things kind of slowed down a little bit here. Let's jump back in here. Yeah, man, when you see basically the heavy flashing, that means that there's some heavy manipulation going on, and the market's been sitting pretty steady here at these ranges like this last little while. Let's see what's going on here from say this position to about this position. So we're talking 23 to 1. Yeah, okay, so over the past about 2 hours. So it's been in this area for the past 2 hours. And so the past 2 hours it's been in this range. Now if we look back at other heavy increases or heavy market changes, how long are they generally like that for? Let's check. Approximately about an hour and a half. So we're, according to that statistic anyways, I mean, if we go back further, we might be able to see a little bit more. Yeah, in some cases it's 10 hours. And what's this flash drop to this flash increase? That's approximately, wow, about an hour and a half ish. So approximately about an hour and a half, and from a flash drop, that's when we see a flash increase. And we've seen that twice in a row already, just looking back at the other statistics. Now, from here to about here, it's about, yeah, it's been about 2 hours. So we should see an increase soon. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm betting on, based on those statistics. I don't know. If you're patient enough, if you are patient enough, you will see it. You will see that increase, right? Come on. 6,407. So it's already slowly, you know, climbing those stairs, right? Slowly but surely. Oh, someone's buying up. Someone's buying up. Oh, 607, 6, 8.5. Okay, 9, 9.5, 10. When this happens, when you see that, when it goes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? That's when you know the market is going up, and it's going up big time, right? And I'm talking like 6,460 levels. In some cases, you will see that, and that is exciting shit. That is exciting to catch those moments. It's like when you go fishing, okay? And every time you go fishing, you catch like a minnow, right? Or you get like a very small catfish, okay? Well, if you're lucky enough, when you go fishing, you catch like a pickerel or something like that, and it's huge. It's like both arms length, okay? That is how often you can get these very large positions, and that's what it feels like when you do get one of those large positions and you're in the right side of the market when that does happen, okay? So 610.5, 611.5, and it's going up. That is generally a sign that the market is going to heavily increase very soon. So we're already 612, 6412, 613, 14, and we're seeing the increases, right? That is a good sign. 15, 16, 17. Like, oh my god, we almost can't even count fast enough, right? 6417, and now we're leveled out. We're at our entry position here. So now if we see more of an increase past 6417, then that's where we can effectively cash out. The other option is that we close our position for a very minimal loss, and then we play the market on the lower end, right? Which is another way that we can play this game. But generally at the 6417 position, it doesn't really go up any higher according to the graph at this point. But we're hoping on that heavy increase. I don't know if we're going to see it yet, but we may be able to use this to our advantage and buy in a little lower. But I just don't know. This market manipulation here is usually a pretty good identifier that the market is going to increase pretty heavily very soon. So I don't want to miss that arm's like length pick roll, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to miss that opportunity. And that's my thing. Ah, man. I definitely do not want to miss that opportunity. And now we're seeing things a little more steady around $6,410, which is really good. We still got a market price of 6,416, which means that if this market price holds for longer, then this price will correct itself. But yeah, it doesn't look like our mark price is holding as strong as we thought it might. We're going, oh, well. Like I said, humans like round numbers, right? They don't like odds. So, I don't know. Let's go back a little bit here and see what some of our precursors were to one of our flash increases. We saw a sell-off, and then a buy, and then a little bit of a flat market, an increase, and then a heavy increase. Fuck. This was, yeah, this little buy-in here was basically testing the market to see how much resistance they would be. Then they cashed out half, and then they played everything they had there. Tough. I definitely... Yeah, man. I'm really, like I said, I'm really glad that my liquidation price is so low. Because I don't have to worry about this as much as I normally would. Yeah, you know what? I think when the market does get back up to our 6,417, I think we're gonna pull out and then try to buy back in a little lower. I think that is. I think that's definitely our plan of action here. I think that's the route I'm gonna go with this. Once we see that increase back up here, like we saw up here as well, and same here. We've seen it quite a few times. It hits there and then it just rebounds back downwards. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to cash out at our entry price and see if we can enter in a little bit lower and put in a buy long position, because I do think that it will flash increase soon. Yeah, man. 6,407. What the fuck is going on right now? Dude, this fucking guy. What is up with this motherfucker? Thanks. What a troll. He just jumps back in like that. What the fuck? Did he make a new user account or something? Because Like, I put him in I blocked all of his messages in the channel, so he must have made a new user account to come back in like that. What the fuck? Oh, man. Anyways. $6,405 right here is what we're seeing with a market price of 6,408. Ah, dude. See, I definitely, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to cash out now. I mean, I could, and it wouldn't be a major loss. And I would see it back when I saw the flash increase again, but still, it's not ideal for me right now. Especially when I think we will see this this cap again. But I mean, also, they could have been just testing the market here to see how much resistance there is when they are buying in. And that could very well be it. But it looks like this, like, if you guys look at this, like, just take a look here. You'll see some shit that I can, like, identify right off the bat. This buy order, right, looks almost identical to this sell order. It's pretty damn freaking close, you know? And when that's the case, like, he's either testing the market to see how far he can push it, or he's just giving into FOMO really hard. But generally, people that have this much money, they know what they're doing, right? So, I don't know. Look at these buy orders and these sell orders, man. They're almost neck and neck here. And they're changing pretty freaking quick. Man, this is heavy. Dude, these guys are freaking their beans here. This is crazy. These guys are selling off now at 6,400. But 6,400 is just such a strong position right now that it's not really sinking below that. Jesus, Murphy. Man, what the hell are these one contract deals? Who is doing this? They're betting like a toonie every time, or like a loony every time. This is ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? Testing the market or what? It's kind of funky. Come on, let's see that heavy. Let's see that heavy increase. Come on, guys. Let's see that skyrocket up and go towards the moon here a little bit. Let's see that. Right here. Right here. That's where we want it. Right there. And just freaking fire right up to these levels. That's what we need. Man, this 6,400 position. This is ridiculous. This is a rough one. Oh, man. Let's mess around in here a little bit. Nature. Sick. What's up? $6,401. Oh my goodness. We need that heavy increase. This selling decline, man, come on. This cannot last forever. But, I mean, in some situations we've seen this. We've seen this period last, like, for 10 hours, right? So that's the freaky part. Like, we could be holding this position for a little while. I mean, we could move it around a little bit too, but we wouldn't be making much dough flow on it, that's for sure. So that's the thing. We need more, unfortunately, I guess for everybody else, but fortunate for me and the people in Guatemala, if we had a more erratic market. If we had that, that'd be great right now. Oh shit. Yeah, this is such a tough call. But I mean, yeah, we just gotta stay patient here. It's a bit of a waiting game that we gotta do. A bit of a waiting game. Let's take a look here. We've been live for an hour and 42 minutes, guys. An hour and 42 minutes. We're not doing too bad here. I'm gonna try to aim for 2 hours on this live stream, and hopefully we see that flash increase. If we don't, I can definitely set up another live stream tomorrow and see where the market's at. Generally on the weekends though, the market kind of slows down a little bit. I mean, there are the odd scenarios where it drops off, and you know, we may experience that, like where the market does see a flash dip or a flash increase, but we'll just have to wait and see what the weekend holds for us, like Saturday or Sunday there. But the nice thing about the Discord channel there that I linked in the description of this video, you guys can join the Discord server and see when I schedule my next live stream. So if you guys want to jump in on that, you are more than welcome to. If you guys want to see more live trading content, definitely subscribe to the channel, and you guys will get updates when I schedule things. So that is a pretty solid thing. If you tune into my channel, you can definitely see that and know what's up, know when I'm jumping on doing some live trading or anything like that. So it's pretty fancy stuff here. So man, we were seeing quite the buy orders there lately. People were buying quite a bit from $6,400 to $6,409. They pushed the market up a little bit there. We can see that increase here, which is not bad. But I'd certainly like to see that on a bigger scale here. That'd be freaking great right about now. If we saw that, that'd be fantastic. That would be amazing. We still got a mark price of 6,411. Now just dropped a little bit. Think people are gonna sell off after this increase, or will it level out? Ooh. It's hard to say what people want to do now. It's a tough one. Man. Hopefully this period doesn't last for 10 hours. That would really be shitty. But it could. How long has this been going on so far? From here to here? Well, 1.5. Yeah, 24. Like 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours, yeah, I don't know. Shit, dude. Dude, $6,412, $13. As our mark price. We got about 15 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, of live stream. And then we hit our 2-hour mark. I'm really hoping I can show you guys one of these flash increases. We catch one of these, that would be amazing, you know. But it's really hard to say because, again, like, the market really has a mind of its own. There are some ways that you can kind of predict what's going to happen, but never, ever 100%. Never. It's impossible to ever 100% this unless you own all of the Bitcoin, in which case it should have like zero value. $6,405. Fuck, man. Directly level with that previous line of support here. Oh, now it's just getting lower, but not much. The bots are going both ways on this. Bots, consumers, whichever it may be. Both, I suppose. Okay. $6,405. Man. Yeah, shout out to Wes Dashman for joining the Discord during the live stream. What's up, man? $6,405. Man, look at this graph. What the fuck is going on? What is happening today? We're just following the same line of support, this one and here as well. But I mean, the line of support is getting higher. I mean, I am a fan of that. It'd be nice if we were up here at 6,418 though. We seem to peak at that point and then drop back off. If we get back up there, I think we'll pull our order. That's what I think we'll do. in a little bit lower at what seems to be these more common points. 6,405-ish seems to be more common than what we're peaking at right now at this current market stage. Oh, there we go. 6,406. Are we going to see more of an increase, a heavier increase? Chances are when people put this kind of money in and they do it for a prolonged period of time, everybody wants to dive in on this. 6,406.5. It's not a major, it doesn't seem to be a major flash increase. Oh, now we're seeing it. From $6,407 to $6,410. That was a heavy increase. Somebody definitely bought in for a decent amount there to have that increase. And now we're slowly seeing that increase. But will we get to our 6,417-ish entry point? I don't know. We're going to need more purchasing going on here. Shout out to Coop Fight 542. Thanks for joining the Discord, man. $6,410. We're still sitting around that point. So like I was saying, our level of support is kind of moving up now. The market, like the people in the market seem to believe that it's going to sell off. I don't know about that. I mean, we've slowly been moving up towards this point, and this seems to be, it's starting to get to our main level of support here. It really is, which is good. We like to see that. If it could stay up there, that'd be great. If we saw some major purchases, that would be fantastic, but I don't know. Yeah, but this is getting better. Our line of support is slowly moving up. Cool. Yeah, just so you guys know, I am active on doing the live trading right now on BitMex. I'm also doing the super chat, and I'm also live in the in Discord as well. West Ashman, hi Jake. Right on. Yeah, 6,409. Like I said, guys, we need to see that heavy increase, but I don't know. Oh, the market, it looks like it's gonna do it, but whether we catch it on the live stream or not, it really depends. Oh, hey, what's up, Uncle S? Nice to see you tuned in here. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it is pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting stuff. That is for sure. I would like to see the flash increase that I've been talking about during the live stream for the last little bit, because we're kind of leveling out at basically this point. We're peaking at $6,422 here. And not really going beyond that point. Our main level of support is about 6,408, 6,400. And that seems to be where we're sitting, really. But generally what that indicates is that we're prepping and people are getting ready for a flash increase in price. And if that occurs, we are on the right side of the market right now for it. But whether we see it during this live stream or not, I'm not so sure, because we have approximately 9 minutes left of live streaming and then we'll have hit our 2-hour mark for this live stream, which is pretty awesome. And then we'll probably come back to it either tomorrow or the next day, if the markets are active and suitable for live leverage trading. But generally, the weekends seem to be more slow. They kind of slow down, things kind of steady, and then Monday things kick up big time, right? So it's hard to say what we're gonna see over the weekend, but yeah, we will definitely check it out when we get there. And if I do some more live trading tomorrow or the next day, I'll create another event and I'll put an announcement in the Discord channel as well, so you guys know what the dealio is and what's crack-a-lackin'. 6,000, yeah. See, like, we're getting back to that support point, that $6,410 here, and we're not really dropping below 6,400 anymore. So, like, our support is changing. We're not seeing any major flash crashes here as much as we were before, like right here and also right here, right? We're not really seeing that anymore, which is nice, really. But yeah, it's really tough to say. It's tough to say, but the market is prepped for a flash increase, so that's for sure. I can tell you that much. The market is prepping for it. Now, again, like I said, whether we see it during this live stream or not is another story. I'm hoping we do. I'm hoping we follow this line here, ish. This would kind of come down a bit, maybe about to here or so. Yeah, about there. About like that. This is kind of what I'm predicting, that we'll see like a slow increase over time, over the next few hours here. But again, if a whale does dive into the market, they can push it up to these points here, right about here. A whale can definitely push the price up to 6,572. And if we scale and get that $172 increase on Bitcoin here, and we see that flash increase, then holy shit, are we ever donating some money to charity, right? Like, that would just be amazing if we saw that. Now we're seeing some a little bit of market manipulation here, right? The people are buying the hell out of these orders, and they're pushing the price up again. We're starting to get closer to our market price in other exchanges, which is $6,409. So we are moving up, right? Which is good. This is what we want to see, right? And we're sticking to our line of support pretty heavily here. Got about 7 minutes left of live streaming, guys. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. If we see that flash increase in these last 7 minutes, amazing. If we see it in 8 minutes, I'll probably just lose my shirt, because I really wanted to show you guys this flash increase. But whether we see that today on this live stream or not, it's tough. Holy shit! Did you guys see that price? It went to 6,409 all the way to 12 in like a second, 2 seconds, right? And they're doing it like they're purchasing more shit. So they could either be testing the market or they're gonna push it really quick. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, okay. When you see that, that's a good indicator. That's a really good indicator. We're on the right side of the market right now. Like, we're not seeing our flash crash. No way. Oh, I really hope we get it in the next 7 minutes here. That would just be unreal. That would be perfect for this stream, you know? If we saw that flash increase in price, Man, that would be perfect for this stream right now. Just to finish it off, these last 7 minutes. Probably 6 minutes now. But to see that flash increase would be amazing right now. So 6,412 and a half. And we're slowly rising to our entry price, which is 6,417. And after 6,417, we're seeing major gains. Right now, we're very, very, very minor losses. Like, I'm going to say $5, maybe $6 worth of Bitcoin in losses, which is very, very low. But if we keep seeing this increase, then we'll be well on our way to what's the number you're looking for? What's the number I want? I want like 6,450. If we could get 6,450. Yeah, if we could get 6,450, that would be great. Yeah, then that would be fantastic. So now what we're seeing here is we're seeing our the BitMex price, and we're seeing the market price at 6,411, which is what we really like to see, because the market price is really supporting the BitMex price, and that means as long as the market price is consistent, the BitMex price will only increase over time. So we really like to see that, and they're really close together, so that's nice. We're not seeing any major manipulation on the BitMex platform at this point, which is good. So now we're starting to see that rise, and you can see like it is following the line that we previously drew here, right? It's starting to follow this trend and slowly increase and follow a stair type of platform here. Man, we only got like 3.5-4 minutes left of live trading today, guys, and I really hope we get the flash increase in price that we're looking for at about, say, $6,450, potentially $6,500 today. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough call here. That's the number that we would like to see. Right now we're at 6,412, and that's what people are buying and selling at this point in time. And it has just done a little bit of a flash increase from $6,408. But if we could see another $40 gain on top of that, then that would be fantastic. That would be great in the last, like, that would just be such a perfect ending to the live stream today. And the market is really unsure of what's going to happen here. Like, half of the market thinks it's going to sell short it, and the price is just going to flash drop. But then half of the market thinks the price is going to go up and flash increase. So it can go either way at this point, right? But as I can tell right now, the market price is supporting a flash increase in price. So it's tough. It's really tough. But like I said before, we're in a good position for our trade today. We are in a good position because we can't really lose a major amount of funds because our liquidation price is way below any point of like no return. So we're really good with that. So like I said, we're in a definite good position. But if we were on the other side of the market and we were shorting it, that is definitely not a side that I would want to be on, because the market is not supporting another flash crash like this. And I've been at this point in the past. I don't think we're going to see 6,300 again anytime soon. I think it's definitely time for an increase, because generally when people drop off like this, when they sell all their Bitcoin like this, it's time for them to buy back so that they can rinse and repeat their trading methodology, right? And I think it's almost time for them to pick up all of that Bitcoin that they sold and then resell it once again for another profit. So we're gonna see that again pretty soon here. Well, they have to if they want to keep up their solid profit trading via trading margins and everything else that they're doing on the market. So I guess we'll see. How many more minutes do we got here? About like 1 minute left on the live stream, and what I will do is I'll probably cancel my order at the end of the live stream in case we do see a major flash crash there. Here we go. Now the price is starting to go down a bit. So, see, I'm still not losing a lot if I were to sell off right now. It's 6,400 and 950. That's not bad. But now we're just retreating back to our regular levels of support here that we've been sitting on in the past. So nothing major. Just regular price movements at this point in time, that's for sure. Now we're starting to see some more erratic behavior here. People are buying and selling really quickly. But I don't know if the market's going to move quick enough. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. We're getting to the end of our live stream here, ladies and gentlemen. And well, depending on how the market moves tomorrow and the next day as well, we may definitely jump on another live stream. Holy shit! Did you see that? 6,412, and oh my god, we're seeing a bit of that flash increase. It just blew up $2, $2.50, $3.50, fucking, oh my god, $3.54. Oh boy. Oh boy, 6,416, 1760, and the market price is taking it. We're getting back to our entry level at this point, and people think it's gonna sell off. I don't know how many times it's gonna hit this peak and not go past it. Is it time to raise the fucking roof or what? You know, 6,416, 6,418 is our market price. And again, we want like 6,450. That would be most ideal for us. But in the past, what has happened is people sell off at this point and they call this the roof. Right? They call 6,416 the roof. And it looks like we're going to see that again. We're going to cash out at... I don't know. No, I don't think we should. I don't... Oh... Fuck. Fuck. Oh, man. As much as I don't want to cash out my order, guys, I probably should. Yeah, let it ride, yeah. Well, generally you do, right? But the thing is like, after I've done this a few times, and if you let it sit, like, overnight or something, you'll wake up and it'll liquidate. And you'll lose all your Bitcoin. So it's hard. It's so hard. Yeah, now we're seeing a little bit of that dump, that reverse movement in price here, but it's correcting, and our level of support is increasing, just like our graph. You know what I think we're gonna do? I think we're gonna leave. We're gonna stay in the market, and we're going to set a close order for 6,500. So if the price ever does exceed to 6,500 for Bitcoin, that is when we will close our order. Okay, guys. I'm gonna limit us at 6,500, and I'm gonna let this one ride. Like was suggested here in the Discord chat by West Ashman. So I'm gonna let this ride until about 6,500, I automatically have my order set to close, and I'm going to hold this one off. I will let you guys know via Discord if I do set up another live streaming event. It all depends on how erratic the market is for Saturday and Sunday, because the more erratic it is, the more profitability there is for us. Right, guys? And if it is not erratic enough, then the opportunities aren't as good. But we're starting to see that upwards price movement, which I was talking about, and I think we'll see it again soon. Like I've been talking about throughout the live stream, and our levels of support are increasing, and they are getting ready for a flash increase. But unfortunately, I do have an appointment that I have to attend to, so I will have to end this live stream, unfortunately, and then resume either tomorrow, which is Saturday, or the next day, Sunday. So if you want to jump in again on another one of these live streams, check out my Discord channel server. I have the link in the description of the video, and if you go to the announcements channel, you can see when I'm doing my next live stream, because I will announce it a few hours early, so that you guys can prep and you know, get ready and see if you can join in on that. And maybe I'll do another 2 hours at that point in time. Okay, guys, so thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So cheers, and stay regular.